Woodruff Park, located in Metro Atlanta, has been a grassland landmark in the city since 1971. Robert W. Woodruff donated land he owned to the city, and in 1973 it became the park we know today. Stretching over 5 acres of land, the park holds significant historic roots. Monuments that surround the park include the Phoenix Rising from the Ashes statue that represents rebirth of Atlanta after the Civil War. A peace fountain is located within the park's arches, a memorial of Dr. Martin Luther King's work in the civil rights movement. The park models the importance of education and history. However, the park's reputation and inspiration its founders sought to achieve in the past is now tainted with the image it holds today. If any tourist or prospective student were to visit the atlantadowntown.com website, you will see the more attractive views of the park, stating, "Today, Woodruff Park is a shining example of a modern downtown Atlanta." However, the other end of the park paints a much darker picture and is the reality of what Georgia State University students witness every day. The park opens and operates every day between 7 a.m. and 11 p.m. Less than a mile away rests Peachtree Pine Homeless Shelter, an emergency shelter which houses and feeds hundreds of men and women who are released at 5:15 a.m. and must return to the shelter by 7 p.m. every day. Most wander the streets between those times with no other place to go, not drifting too far from the shelter in order to make the door curfew. During the peak hours of the afternoon, however, GSU students pass through the homeless occupied park in large numbers. Many students complain about being harassed or begged for money, which makes them feel uncomfortable while passing by. Jody Vasquez, a GSU sociology major, said,
"As far as the conditions go, I know that a lot of the homeless people sit out there, and on the one hand I do feel bad because I know some of them suffer from more than just financial issues. Some of them have mental issues, but I do feel that it is unsafe for students because we do want to sit there and enjoy, but then you have to worry about being harassed or having something of your personal belongings stolen."
How do you feel about the conditions at Woodruff Park?
To be honest, I've been here 2 years. I'm a transfer student. I don't know how the park used to look a while back, but I know how it looks now. And I've heard a lot of stories about robberies and kids' purses being snatched, wallets, and I just feel kind of unsafe if I'm walking alone by myself, even late at night, if I have late afternoon classes.
Dean, a representative for Peachtree Pine Homeless Shelter, said the shelter was at current capacity for occupant spaces. The shelter, located on 477 Peachtree Street Northeast, would like to expand, but the current demand outweighs the supply. The establishment and its volunteers transition individuals currently housed towards self-sustainability before they can reserve space for any more in need. GSU's Department of Safety and Security reported 8 robberies in 2012, of which 7 occurred on the corners of Edgewood and Decatur Street, the intersections of Woodruff Park. 3 robberies were reported just last year, only a few months ago. In an effort to solve and end crimes on campus, students are urged to report to GSU's Safety Department Crime Alert Hotline. In May 2013, a legislative was proposed to improve homeless programs across the district like Peachtree Pine Shelter in a City Hall meeting. The meeting confirmed to establish a board by 2014 to take on the $3.3 million Bloomberg grant to fund a project to further support and establish the homeless shelters in the district. The project's name on Sheltered No More has made recent headlines, though not dramatic change. Mayor Kasim Reed is on board with the project, asserting it will significantly reduce the large population of Atlanta's homeless. The students and faculty of GSU, as well as Atlanta residents, will just have to tell with time if changes are made to restore the reputation of Woodruff Park.